Okay, here comes the B12. What we're going to do now is something rather clever. Just get her to stop in front of the camera. I mean, just look at that. That was a pretty smooth, well, smooth enough stop for a loco this age. She's just, this is just fantastic. It is one of the best points of this year, probably the main highlight of the winter series. What we're going to do now is recreate a train that she's pulled in real life. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Again, I'm really glad that the actual loco in real life is back in steam on the North Norfolk Railway. Although she was in BR Black, but now they've painted LNER green again, which you may already know she has been before, and renumbered her LNER number 8572. I'll try soon, well, if we can, get back down to the North Norfolk Railway. I have done 2 videos on the North Norfolk Railway when I visited, not last year, the year before, a fair while back. I'd go checking those out if you haven't done so already. But she was still under overhaul then. She only returned service last year, of course, and looking grand in a LNER livery. I'll try and get to the North Norfolk Railway again and to see her running. But we're going to create this train on the front cover of this Best of Britain Steam Railways book. Some of you out there may have this book. It's quite a popular one. So what we have a small sort of like light branch line train made up of 3 coaches and a small van at the back. And here is the loco. Again, I know it would look better if she still had the her number on the side, but anyway, she's in BR Black there. That was probably taken a fair few years back. That was, again, it runs through beautiful scenery, the North Norfolk Railway. I would recommend, it's definitely a railway that I would recommend visiting. So what do we have first? We have a suburban brake vehicle, and I have one of those over here. Now it's not exactly the same, if you see here. It's that's more of a reddy colour. This one's more darker maroon and with maroon ends, but it's close enough. It'll do. It's the only suburban brake vehicle I own at the moment. I barely own. Well, I don't really own many of these. So it's similar, and it's still a brake vehicle as well, as you can see on there. So we will put, just again, the camera's on the tripod. We will put this one on first. Is it the right way? Yes, it's where the brake is facing away. The brake end is facing away from the locomotive. Again, it rolls back a bit as the floor tilting a bit at this angle. It would help if it was built better. So yep, that's the first carriage. And what do we have next? We have 2 maroon Mark 1s. These 2, again, that's a Bachmann Suburban, and these 2 Bachmann Maroons will come in handy. We'll have this one first, which is a full open one. Again, Bachmann Mark 1s, out of Mark 1s, they're just practically unbeatable. They're just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Just move the other one out of the way so it's safe whilst I put this one on. Is that on? Yep. First attempt. Again, it's a fairly older Bachmann one, the Suburban brake. Okay, that's the second coach on, and now I'll put the third one on. Just raise the camera up and pan it forward, zoom in there. Put the third one on, which is a corridor composite in maroon. Very smart looking. On you go. Is that on? Sometimes you think it's on, but the rim, the flange of the wheel is balancing on the track. Just look down a second, make sure they're all on. Yeah, again, I also just said make sure no loco is no carriage wheel is balancing, sitting by its flange. And last but not least, we have a small little goods van. I've got a couple of these Hornby ones. I think this one came with the City Freight set. We'll put that on, and we'll put that on the very end. There we go. So yeah, that is definitely close enough. She's ready to go. Let's get her going. I'll get her going, then I'll remove the camera from the tripod, which will just take a little moment. Again, it's one of those, again, I got it for Christmas, and in a Christmas crocker, not last Christmas, the Christmas before. First video I did using the tripod was of the LMS Fowler tank 42355. Let's get 61572 going. I mean, just look at that. It's practically got me speechless because it's just made me so proud. Again, she doesn't like going slow though. She does get quite loud and humming. Okay, let's just remove the camera off the tripod without making it shake too much. Almost there. And there we have a North Norfolk Railway train. Made up of a maroon suburban brake, 2 maroon Mark 1s, and a small brown maroony coloured vent van. Let's just try and get the same view. Well, as on the front of the book. Magnificent engine. She's doing so well. Again, my dad saw her running the other night and was dead impressed. Dead impressed. It cheered him up because it was on the day when we got loads of snow here and he was stuck in traffic for between 4 and 5 hours, so it was practically completely, well, I can almost describe it as worn out when he got home, but cheered him up as soon as he saw his first oldest loco running. Just get slowed down just a touch. And I've got the teaks back on Flying Scotsman now. So I think this is the first time I've ever seen his B12 pulling coaches like this, suburban and Mark 1s. And there doesn't appear to be she definitely seems to be getting power much more better, because again at first there was just countless sparks coming from those wheels, there was just one after the other, especially at that point under there. Again, there's no really bad connection, but for some reason there just was. But she's definitely getting power much better. She's running smoother, and there doesn't appear to be any more sparks coming from those wheels. So she's definitely improved, got used to the HM2000 and really, really likes it. So that is that train recreated in 00 scale. Again, it's mainly the suburban coach, which isn't identical to the one on there. You can get one a bit like that. One friend of mine had the GT Suburban set, and it comes with ones a bit like that. But again, the one I've got there is it's the only one. I wouldn't have been able to do this if there had been a different livery, but since it is maroon, a livery, the closest livery to it, I thought I'll give it a go. Let's just see her from the side where she's got her number sticker on. Again, it's not as good light, but I'll probably try and do this more. Well, if I can, I'll see what I can do. Recreating trains of, like, let's say, of pictures in books or on, mainly books like this. I've got a countless amount of steam railway books on the shelf behind there. As are DVDs. So there's shelves are piled, and the DVD collection is overflowing, as you can see. There's over 40 quids of change in that jar. And you see that one there? British Railways. There's practically one after the other, including my favourite one's probably the one my mate got me a few years back on the Great Western Railway. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. (61572) on a North Norfolk Railway light train.